welcome to Season 2, Episode 31, the season finale of our Starfinder campaign, or the season finale of Season 2 anyways. I guess that's how that works. My name's Dustin. I also go by the Arbitrary Nerd. I'll be your GM this evening. I'm going to let my cast introduce themselves in just a second. We will do a recap, which brought us, so far. And I don't think we have any announcements, but just in case, I'll leave it up to the group. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Nick.
Hello, everybody. My name is Nick, and I play Dren, who is a pirate captain, and he's a Solarian Marikoi, and probably, gonna be the captain of the crew. That's it.
My name is Patrick. I am playing Reich Oren. He is a Lashunta and can't talk. Lashunta envoy. He's the captain of this crew. For now. Maybe dead soon. And in his spare time, he likes to review his favorite podcasts on iTunes or wherever they find them.
I guess I have an announcement. Thank you, Patrick. Michael, as you can see, is replaced by Angry Whopper Face Dustin. Angry Whopper's back at BK. There you go. That's our non-paid advertisement.
Don't do that.
I don't think BK wants to be associated with us. I don't want to be associated.
We're a family-friendly show, except for when we're not all the time.
Hey, according to Burger King, we can have it our way, all right? And this is the way we want it.
Moving on.
Anyway,
we literally have no idea where Michael is. He's not responding to text, phone calls, or messages, so I'm assuming he's deceased.
If you see him, please let us know.
If any of them see him, then there's trouble afoot.
Yeah, Mike is
Zero is very stealthy.
Ever. Michael usually is the one who wakes me up when I fall asleep before the stream, and Michael is like my only reliable friend. So I'm actually mildly concerned right now, but I'm gonna play it off as I'm not, and I'm gonna let Chris introduce himself.
Hey, that's spoilers. My name is Chris. God.
Or David Grohl. Okay, all right.
Anyways, I play Shirket, a Belita Solarian, and don't know what else to say from here.
What hasn't already been said?
If not captain of the crew, maybe married to the captain of the crew.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, already married to the captain of the crew.
Okay, right.
He doesn't know it yet.
What?
Oh no, he knows it. I made it quite clear when we first met.
Oh, okay.
And I'm Justin. I am playing Seeker, the android technomancer, and artist. I'm an artist that hasn't done much art fairly recently, but that's okay.
That's right. I'm gonna have to have you guys write your introductions for your characters.
A good amount of dying, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Lots of dying.
For the announcements, if you guys need to get caught up, because this is the season finale of Season 2, all of Season 2 is on YouTube at bit.ly/neveryoutube. That's Season 1 and Season 2, as well as our side episodes. We've got the villain side episodes, the B-team side episodes. Both of those little mini arcs are playing into the season finale. It's like our own little Avengers. So make sure you go back and check those out. If you need to stay in tune with what's going on with the channel or the show, especially with upcoming weeks, follow us on Twitter at NSTPcast, or you can hang out with us on Discord, bit.ly/neverdiscord. And I guess this is kind of a rolling announcement, and I'm going to ask Patrick to confirm. Hey, Pat, you're missing the next couple of weeks, right?
Can confirm.
Can confirm. All right. So how many weeks? 2?
Yeah, that's
3.
You're just giving him days at this point.
He told me he was missing the next 2. Torpid Network in the chat came for a TPK. Please don't disappoint. I will do my best.
It's looking like it so far.
It's looking like it. Patrick, how many days are you going to be gone? How many weeks? You said you're missing like 2 weeks.
I'm going to be missing the next 2 episodes.
Okay, you might miss one more depending on how long it takes us to do a little bit of a sideshow. I'll keep you in the loop. We will be doing another special in-between side arc only for a couple episodes while Patrick's doing whatever he does. I have no idea. I don't ask.
I'm going to Vegas.
Oh, okay, cool. I shouldn't have asked.
And then I'm going to a concert.
That sounds awful.
2 weeks for a concert. That's impressive.
Well, no, it's 1 week for Vegas, and then
1 week for a concert. Got it.
And And then one day I'll be gone for a concert, but I will be gone an entire week for Vegas.
Yeah, okay. Cosmic Crit suggests that we kill Patrick to give him nice time off. I think that's
Right, kill Rye, not Patrick.
I was gonna say, kill Patrick. Okay.
Why not both?
Bit much.
¿Por qué no los dos?
All right.
In
So
the process, I've killed Dustin.
we'll talk about this more in the after party, which, just for those who don't know, happens every Tuesday night after our main stream. So it happens around 10:30. We're going to talk about a little bit more, but for those 2 to 3 episodes in between seasons 2 and 3, we're going to be bringing you the Power Scouts. If you remember the Power Force and you can figure out where the Scouts come from, it is going to be a very uncomfortable couple of episodes for me, I think. But we will chat more about that in the after party. So hang out if you want to learn about Power Scouts for the next couple.
Justin's creeped out by magical girls.
Not really cringy at all.
It's gonna be so bad because it's you freaking weirdos and maybe a guest. We'll have to do that again. Hang out in the after party. We'll talk about that.
Power Scouts.
So Power Forcers?
Uh-huh.
Well, now we have Power Scouts.
Uh-huh.
And we have to create our own choreographed what's it called? Transformations.
Oh, I
hell
forgot I was supposed to get a costume. I still got a week.
You still have a
Poses.
week for the costume. You need at least a wig. Oh no. All right. Moving on into the recap for last week, so we can get into this week. We've given Michael as much time as we can to apparate, so it's not going to happen. The party got out of the dome. They crossed a long hallway, which was open, windows, and they were able to witness an ongoing space battle between their ship, the pirates they've been hanging out with, and the pirate crew that originally mutinied and then kind of anti-mutinied against Dren, Nick's character, versus the Eoxian space fleet, the Bone Fleet, and some BSU support ships. BSU being Border Space Union, made up faction in our verse. For the party, they went into Saltazar's temple or the broadcasting tower. They gave a very heartfelt broadcast from our very own Reich Oren. They tried to clear their names of their terrorist label, and they tried to shirk the pact breaker nomenclature. We'll see how that turns out in season 3. And then they took the elevator up to the penthouse, where they encountered Saltazar, the Eoxian or Librian lich that is running the show, literally running the show, and his robot man thing servant, Peppertron. Some words were exchanged, then some bullets and spells were exchanged. Peppertron exploded. A BSU Inquisitor exited stage left, and another one entered stage right. And we are now, if you are looking at the Twitch stream in our Roll20 map, we do have the scattered remains of Peppertron in a room in the southern or southwestern corner. And one of the drones Seeker has been using to kind of videotape the fight noticed that the liches, I forget the Starfinder word for it, the encephalogram, oh god damn it,
Cephalon?
sure, whatever,
Something,
the
I don't
soul
know.
jar thing, the EEG box there he keeps his soul,
Phylactery.
was actually buried within Peppertron's guts and is now laying out in the open in that room. The reason why the party is so excited about this is both Seeker and Rye got really, really roughed up last episode. Seeker took a crit from Peppertron, almost lost an eye with that critical wound crit, but managed to reflex save it. And Rye took a nasty spell from a way over-leveled caster and is now bleeding out of his eyes, ears, and nose. And I'm assuming
And butt.
And sure, I didn't say that. That wasn't my canon.
Nope.
But
Blood coming out of everywhere. Piss and blood.
Oh,
Blood
so
coming out of my pores.
I had Chipotle?
Yep.
Gross.
Never eat Chipotle before a battle, guys. Never eat Chipotle before a battle.
Yeah, that's probably fair. All right. Do you guys have
Also
anything you
not
want to
sponsored.
add to the recap? Cool.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I gave you.
Peppertron got peppered all over that room.
Now, did Seeker tell us about
No.
Pepper?
Not yet.
Okay.
I would like to add that there was an amazingly awful speech that was done last time. Just the worst. I mean, I fell asleep.
That's because you're a bad friend and a worse player character.
Oh, I forgot to mention, if you guys are listening to us on iTunes or anywhere else you pick up our audio, like Google Play Store or Stitcher, anywhere you can find audio podcasts, if you wouldn't mind, leave us some reviews. Our Audioverse is probably our most viewed, not viewed, engaged
Listened?
with medium. But we don't see a ton of comments. So whether you hate the show or love the show or hate the show and want to pretend you love the show,
That one.
all right, getting back into it, I'm gonna say I think we were at the top of the order. Is that how we ended it?
Yep.
Yep.
Saltazar made an action. We ended. Okay, so at the top of the order, I'm gonna give Seeker a shot to give his mental conversation piece, and then it's Sheer Cat. So Seeker, you have just discovered the soul jar thing. I'm gonna Google what it is again so I can pronounce it.
It's gonna call it phylactery because that's what
Sure, the
they
space
usually use.
phylactery. Let's do space phylactery. I'm just going to go.
Okay.
with
phylactery.
We need to break away from space, whatever the noun
How
is.
about future
Nope.
phylactery then?
The phylactery.
the
Phylactery.
techie phylactery. Sure.
The
All right, so
phylactery.
immediately noticing the phylactery, I shoot a message over to Zero. Oh, Zero, you're closest. Get into that room and get the phylactery. It's right there where Pepper's body is, because I killed him. He's dead.
No.
You just hear the internet static.
You
like
get
dial up.
you get a mental
That's gonna be
image of him nodding curtly.
Oh, so
And then you look over and he's looking at you, nodding curtly.
Well, there's a pillar in the way, but I'll allow it.
That
So
sucks that Mike's not
is it
here.
my turn then?
Yes.
All right. Well, Sheerkat is finally starting to understand the gravity of its situation. Looking around, seeing all the destruction, all of the stuff that both Sheerkat and Dren have like exploded all over the place, and very not leaving any mark against the being that is Saltazar. And then kind of glances over and doesn't see Rye, just kind of sees a little bit of blood.
A lot of bit of blood.
A lot of bit of blood. Did I not
Yeah.
mention the Chipotle?
That's our other.
It smells like
unpaid ad.
Mexican food in here. And Sheerkat then just kind of says, Dren, we have to back out. We have to retreat. And turns and starts hightailing it out. All right, so right about there. Just kind of runs down the hallway, just frantically looking for Rye, shouting out, Rye, Shorin! And in all ways, shapes, and form. Rice oven!
If you do get that far, you do end up seeing Rye off to your side.
All right, well, that's about as far as I can move.
Rye, do you respond to Sheerkat yelling your name?
I'm still alive, I think, mostly, kinda.
Yeah, he doesn't look good.
Okay.
Total HP right now, Patrick?
Yep.
Is it 2?
No, it's 14.
Oh, okay.
I
that's
thought
better.
it was 12. I was wrong. I recalculated.
That's
it was
how much
14.
I have.
Okay, so you guys are both looking real terrible.
Yeah.
For the record, Saltazar is wobbling a little bit, and he's leaning a little bit heavier on things as he walks by them. He's not unscathed, but you put a lot into him, and it's not the same. He definitely looks like he's done a lot in it.
Comparatively, Dren's like, I don't know, dead.
No, it's not quite so bad yet.
Oh.
I had my stamina to go through first, and I'm only like half dead.
I got through all of mine immediately.
I took a considerable blow. I'm only slightly winded. I still have some stamina left, but still, I got to retreat.
Right, I have you up next.
Is this door open? Did that open last episode?
It did not. Yeah, no, not yet. That door is still shut.
I'm gonna be
Seeker,
opening next
I
turn.
don't know if Seeker let you guys know what to
Can I
talk.
shout out to Rye then?
What's up?
Can I shout out to Rye?
Yeah, you can.
Reich, follow Seeker, and kind of points upwards.
That was the plan.
Go.
Oh god dang it.
Oh no, I'm behind an alcove. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, double
We're
move.
gonna cut this. We're not gonna
we
cut
don't
this.
we don't cut this.
I cut
Now,
this
you can-
actually. I cut all the times where we do that.
Oh, all right. Well, then I'm gonna just say we're gonna cut this throughout the
So I ran
entire.
around.
It does make it to YouTube, so it's okay.
I'm done.
So that room in there, right, which you ran into, that little square room is actually an antechamber. This map, which just as a reminder, we got from Roll for Initiative on their Patreon. That little room you're in actually opens up. That exact wall you're at is actually the hangar door that goes into a larger ship hangar. Seeker has already opened the hangar door, I believe. Is that right?
So I just got sucked out into space.
No. I mean, like the door into the hangar. The door out into space is open, but he's opened the door that separates your little antechamber to the hangar itself.
Mhm.
The hangar probably goes on for another 100 feet. So you've got a distance in there. There are no spaceships in there presently. There is a little bit of
But this is where we need to be in order for our ship to
correct.
land to pick us up.
Yep.
I immediately start looking for. Oh wait. You said he opened up the door so they can land now.
No, he opened up the door. Like he opened up the door that's next to you to see what was beyond there, and it was the hangar. That needs to be shut, and then you need to use the controls that you were literally next to open the actual hangar.
Okay. Well, I just did a double move, so I
Yep.
don't think I can do it.
You can hang out there for now, but I just wanted to give you a better picture of where you are. You're in a
I
small
will
control
assist
pod.
Justin, the Seeker, when he goes to do the thing.
Justinian's not here.
Actually, maybe he is. Who knows? Right, Rye after Rye is the Sheeran. So a Sheeran who is before he was experimented on.
Bug fight.
Only partially alive. This Sheeran, who's actually a Bore or Boreas, I don't know how they actually pronounce it, was a half-dead bug person, and then underwent severe experiments at the hands of the BSU, and is now its skin seems to be crawling with black lines or ooze as it shambles and walks not zombie-like, but unconcerned through the carnage of this room. Let's see. In terms of this, it actually walks unconcerned into the room from the elevator, and it goes to walk past you, Sheerkat, just to sidestep you. Do you do anything as this creature kind of walks around you and doesn't look you even
Well,
once?
As it's walking to me, I say, "Halt! Who are you?"
Let's see. That was 5, 10, 15, 20. It'll step past you a little bit, and then it'll turn over its shoulder, and its head does a bit of an extra turn, like a quick turn,
Mhm.
and then it says, "Inquisitor."
Would that mean anything to me?
I guess it technically would. We mentioned before that you would have had, due to your family that created you and their dealings with the Border Space Union, you've heard about these inquisitors, which are Border Space Union specialists that were basically a branch created after the regime changed. So these are the Black Ops, Special Ops. OG inquisitors used to be like upholders of law. These are glorified assassins.
But it's not after me.
Nope.
All right. Well, I'll just kind of follow it, watch where it goes.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. It's not seeing you respond at all. It takes another step past you. And let's see, what's the actual range on this? Let's get me some range tools. And no, it's a little too far. He'll keep walking in. He walks in towards Dren, basically. He's basically making a beeline for Dren, it appears.
Great.
25, 30. And he just walks unconcernedly as the battle goes around him. And Dren, you're up.
All right. Cool. So what I'm going to do is this is the third round of combat, right?
Fourth.
When does Zero go? Holy crap.
Zero goes after Dren.
Okay.
All right. I didn't use one of my big boys, so I'm gonna do that.
Which
Do it.
is?
I'm gonna use Supernova. That's the big old explosion attack.
Mm-hmm.
And hey, so the Saltazar needs to make a reflex save.
I think he was exceptionally good at those. We
I
decided last
think
time.
so, yes. But I'm
Uh,
gonna do it anyway.
Reflex is plus 12. Actually, that's his worst save.
Hey, Michael's here.
Wait, Michael's here?
Hey! I
Yeah.
can see his crotch.
All right.
You can see his
Hey,
nuts.
All
But
right,
you are.
we have to figure out how to fix chat. Hey, hang on, guys. Technical difficulties. I don't know how to get out of this.
Pat,
Sorry, I pulled
your
up.
video.
I do what I want to do. Maybe I
All right.
want to just see my chin.
All right. All right. I have left, so
All
my
right, Michael, come
Mike-
on back.
is gone.
Nick, and we're good.
Patrick, please come back.
All right, can we just get like a clean, like, welcome back, Mike sort of thing
Patrick.
Welcome
for
back,
the,
Mike.
for the
All right.
podcast?
Okay. So we just let's say welcome back, Michael.
Welcome
All
back, Michael.
Welcome back,
Please
Michael.
introduce yourself.
He's Michael.
Oh, Michael, sorry, I pulled a Pat. I play 0.
Could you please explain for everybody what a pad is?
Oh, someone who falls asleep before something important.
I'd argue, but I can't.
Yeah. It's I've pulled a pad at least once, so it's definitely a thing now. All
I've
right.
only done it once in the 3 or 4 years we've been streaming.
We've technically been streaming for like 5 years, but only actually advertising it for the past one.
Yeah, only 3 years of that was your grandmother tuning in.
Yeah, my grams used to watch. She doesn't anymore. I tried to get her to watch Starfinder, but she doesn't like the sci-fi.
Nah.
Gram's kind of a jerk.
Oh,
Now she's definitely not gonna watch.
For just catching up, Michael, we are just in the first round of combat. Basically, we did some announcements, which were nothing pertaining to you, except for maybe Power Scouts. Hang out for a little bit in the after party because I want to chat with you about that. And yeah, basically just leading up to this. The first round of combat, all that has happened.
And Justin told you that that Pepper blew up and that it's holding the space phylactery.
Yes, the high-tech phylactery that we can't remember the name for, or rather just can't say even when we do look at it. Sheer
The
Cat.
voice in the sky say it's a mimic.
No, that's not the mimic. The chest up in the corner is a mimic that I was originally leading you guys to. That was the mimic. Sheer Cat basically ran back looking for Rye. Rye ran around looking for Seeker. The Shirin, the Inquisitor that's covered in like black lines covering its half-dead carapace, walked by Sheer Ket. When asked, halt, who are you? Said Inquisitor in a creepy-ish voice and continued walking past, but has done nothing so far and ignored Sheer Ket is the important part. Dren is doing something right now, and I'm making a reflex save, and then it's going to be 0. So get into your headspace while I make a reflex save at plus 12. I rolled a 13, so it's going to be a 25.
That makes it.
yep, totally gonna do it. So you take half of 8d6. All right, that is a total of 16 for the first 4, so 8 coming at you so far.
Yep.
Ooh, that was really good. For another 16.
16 coming at me as if you've already cut it in half.
No, I haven't cut that part in half
So
yet.
it's 16 altogether coming at
So
you.
16 total.
Yep.
Okay, so minus 16 to my health, which puts me at a number.
And then just for the image,
Please.
of course, I just dashed at Saltazar and left a little bit of the goop on the floor. Well, now I'm exploding, so there's just a bunch of goop coming off as well as all the fiery, intense energy.
And the goop our monkey person's referring to is he took an experimental potion which has coated his skin in a thick mutagenic slug slime, which he now leaves behind as a trail wherever he goes. He is disgusting. He's like moist from Dr. Horrible sing along blog. It's horrible.
And I'm just adding a little bit of goop to
Stop.
the field. And so after that, I need to duck and head for cover because he's about to probably make an attack against me, and I don't want to die. So I also see that this big, nasty, dead bug is also coming for me. So my options are limited, but I'm going to try. I'm more scared of Saltazar than I am this bug. So I'm just going to go hide behind the pillar and hopefully not take too much magic damage.
And I thought my speech was long.
So as you crouch behind the pillar and you shoot a furtive, slimy glance at the Shirin, it doesn't look at you. Its eyes are locked dead on Saltazar.
Cool.
All right. And after Dren, Zero, you're up.
So you told me about Pepper. Did you tell me where it?
I told you it's in that room that is to your south.
For actual directions, it is on the X marked over Pepper's body. That's where you'll find the
I was just making sure his explanation was actually good enough for me to find it.
Would you like me to give you another one?
No, it would be fine. You'd be all right.
It was in the blurple colored room.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, it is exactly 40 away, so I can get there.
All right. So as you run in, you see that the item in question, which did flash on Pepper's screen for a hot second when you guys were having conversations, is an ornate colored an ornate crafted box with pearl inlay, and it does look to be running through, now that you have it up close, with different circuitry going through it and embedded into it. It looks like a high-tech music box, basically. It is clasped and locked electronically, but again, the issue is that's where his soul is kept, so you do now have a bargaining chip. However, is that your max movement?
Yeah.
Okay. Then it'll take next turn for that to come to anything, I think. Seeker.
Wait, 40 is your max?
Yeah.
For one move or two?
Yeah,
moves?
for one move. You do have a second move if you want to use it.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I guess I will to move over to Ryan Seeker.
Okay. So you grab the box, you move, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, you get just about to the door. As you're walking by, are you hiding the box from Saltazar, or are you waving it at him?
Can he clearly see me?
He can clearly see you, yes. Although, again, if you attempt to hide it, he's at a disadvantage because he is quite focused on the Shirin.
I will hide it just because I don't want to draw attention from the Shirin.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So you're able to. I'm going to say that he doesn't actually focus on you at all. He doesn't know what happened to Pepper. He's not really focused on that, and he does see a bit of an issue with this Shirin coming on. So you are good for there. Yeah. You just basically popped in. You pocketed the thing, like kind of half in your coat, and you're footballing it across the hallway to Seeker. All right.
Would this be cover?
Or
is it too small?
It's depends on what the angle is, and we'd have to do it out. But I would say it's probably not enough cover that it'll matter.
All right.
Because again, using the rules, any corner of his to two of your corners, he can technically see two of your corners. So yeah, I'd say effectively not cover, which is fine. Zero, it's Seeker. You're up.
All right. Seeing that Zero grabbed the phylactery, he was like, "Oh, good job, Zero. Now we can maybe kill him, and I get his really cool coat." And I'm gonna walk into the room and beep the boops on the computer and open up that hatch if I can.
I'm going to assume first you cycle through and appropriately shut the door between Rye and open space.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So the door comes down between you and the actual hangar itself. There's a little window porthole looking into the hangar, and then you put in the commands to open up the outer hangar doors, which is opening up to space. I had mentioned to say, and I'm sorry, I think I got distracted. Rye, while you were looking into the hangar, you did notice there was some minimal debris, like small pieces of metal over in one corner of the room. I don't think you guys need to explore it, but that's just it. The debris is sucked out into the vacuum of space before the safety measures come on and put in like basically an air portal to hold everything in. But the room seems to not be functioning super well. Seeker, could you do a quick perception check?
Sure can. 11.
There's a smallish dent in the machinery that you're looking at. You had originally thought it was maybe just curved for style, but you see there's a small dent. That's all I'm going to give you because you're looking at it very quickly and you didn't quite pick up too much on that.
So you're saying Smith punched it.
If he had rolled higher, there might have been some knuckle prints, but for now, there's a small dent in the machinery. Saltazar mentioned his ship was in the shop. That's all I'm going to go with that. All right. So other than doing that, I'll count that as a move action for you. You going to do anything else?
Let's see. So we've got us just kind of chilling out there.
I didn't think about it, but is the link that Rye had set up between all of us still active?
I'm going to assume that you
psychic?
guys are having a mental link still. Rye used it for something else, I believe.
In that case, besides Seeker assuming I had it, I would have told everybody I had the phylactery.
Hold on a minute. I don't know if it would still be going. And I think there might actually be a distance on it.
It's 30 feet.
Yeah.
Well,
use comms. I mean,
yeah, you guys can just be doing it verbally. It's not a big deal. Saltazar is still distracted. He was picking on the Solarians, so that's fine. But you guys can be doing it over comms. And all right, so Zero does confirm that he has the package.
I can't really think of anything else to do at this point other than maybe use another healing serum on myself. Might be a good idea. But I can't really hit anybody with anything right now. So I think I'm going to, although I'm only...
You know what's better than using a healing serum on yourself?
Using one on you?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm at 27 out of 39 hit points, so... Probably should give you...
I am at 14 of 46.
Okay, so I'll use a healing serum on you then.
Yeah. I was just kidding. I've got one.
You know what would be better than using one on yourself, Rye? Is using that ability that heals people's stamina.
I don't know if Rye has that ability.
He does not.
Oh, I have an idea. You could use one on me.
Okay.
Why would I do that?
7. You heal 7.
So
I just walk up to him, stab him.
All right.
Ow!
You high five.
That was good. That was a good stab, though. Not a bad stab.
Prick.
Dren's real feelings coming out.
Mhm.
I had opened up here it is.
What did you say you were at, Justin?
I'm at 27 out of 39.
Okay. 27 out of 39. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna hit myself with... Oh, it's not my turn, though.
Yeah, I'm just doing some reading. I need to know how this spell works.
No.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, wait, we can't really communicate with the ship or anything, can we? At the moment?
Sure can.
Oh,
Yeah, we can.
We can? Oh,
You have
It's
phones
open
that work.
comms, man.
I didn't want to say anything.
I was gonna say
because
then
it
we
was
should
metagaming.
probably, hail them. I'd say
Yeah,
as part of
that was what I was gonna do on my turn.
my my opening the door and stuff, I will also hail the ship and just say, we've got this hangar open. Come get us. We've also got a phylactery.
We're also kind of dying.
Over
That's
the
true.
comms, you get Stevenson coming back on, just audio this time, not the video, and he says, yeah, we'll be there. Give us a couple seconds. Sobernaut really wants to blow this ship up. Yeah, he says he's gonna do that first. Okay. Yes, stop throwing things. I'm telling them. Okay, we'll see you soon. Bye. And Steven then hangs up. All right. With that done, it's Saltazar's turn. I'm gonna roll. Okay. He does see Zero running across, and after, I guess, hearing you guys on comms talking about things, I'm going to say that he tries to do a little bit of motion data ways, but I need to see the range on this. 100 feet plus 10 feet plus level. That's not too bad. I believe you're well within 100 feet.
Oh yeah.
You're 60 feet away. He holds up one of his desiccated fingers and he points at Zero, and he says, "While I deal with this atrocity, you stay put." And he casts Hold Monster, which functions as Hold Person, except it can target any living creature. So I need you to go ahead and make a... Well, as soon as I will save. Make a will save and you can negate, and that save needs to be 23. It's a DC 23 will save.
I don't think I can beat it.
Oh no.
What is your will? Plus
4.
4. All right, you could have gotten a 19. All right, so the way this works is you are paralyzed and frozen in place. You are aware and breathe normally, but you can't take any physical actions, even speech, and you can't cast spells.
For how long?
Each round on your turn, you can spend a full action to attempt a new saving throw. And it is 1 round per level, and he is quite high of a level.
Does that mean he can still communicate via telepathy? Because it's technically not a physical action.
Yeah, but can't speak, but telepathy would be fine. But I don't think Zero has a way to initiate telepathy, so he can only respond if
So
someone...
what happens to Zero?
Basically, he's still running across, because again, these things will happen simultaneously in the context of combat. So as he's sprinting, he's like mid-air and he kind of stops. It doesn't say he falls or anything, so I'm going to say that it puts him in such a point where he's almost like, if you've seen The Force Awakens, when Kylo Ren stops the laser blast and it's slightly vibrating but still should be in motion. He's just stuck there, slightly shimmering as he tries to move, but being ineffective in doing.
I think you got the wrong movie. I've watched all those Picard flicks.
Yeah. Okay, enough of you. And for his movement action, he says he looks back to the... oh Christ, the thing, and he's
Inquisitor.
like,
Don't look
the
back in
Inquisitor,
anger.
and he says,
From Dragon Age?
listen, you're the one they called Schecter, right? I'm doing the best I can. I will take care of this riffraff and we will be all set. All right? You can take them. Please. They are yours. And as he's saying it, he steps back into this like little alcove, touches a button on the wall as he goes by, and a steel door, basically a blast door, slams down in front of him, blocking off the stairs. I will draw that into place. That's going to end this round of combat and his turn.
What does the Inquisitor do? Is he still looking in the same direction?
It pauses. It visibly pauses, and you could interpret that as it not necessarily being sure what to do next.
Did Rye see it?
Sorry, I'll probably pop over there.
Rye saw nothing.
Yeah, Rye sees nothing.
I know if Rye ended up... Well, he did run by it.
Yeah, but again, in the context of what was happening, Rye was basically running... Oh, I guess you... No, it was still in the alcove.
He's the only one
at
that's
that time.
actually seen Schecter other than a... You know.
Yeah, but even then, it would have taken a high perception check. You know what,
Yeah.
Rye? Give me a perception check. Let's just see how this works out. Give me a perception check, but it's a DC 18.
Okay. Hold on.
Holding.
Oh, hold on.
Hold on for one more time a day, yeah.
23.
Nice.
All right. So as you were running by, and it maybe just starts to slowly register, maybe as a bit of dawning horror as you're watching Seeker work on the machine. You just ran by something that triggered a memory in you. That creature.
In me?
Yeah, in you. A memory in you. Which Patrick is appalled by because he has no memories past this stream.
Right.
I'm intrigued.
as you were looking back, this creature, this Shurin, this like disgusting looking Shurin, had entered into the room and was slowly progressing forward as you sprinted past it. And now, out of the corner of your eye, you remember something that happened to you on Verses. When you were fighting, or rather, while the fight with Brawl was going on, Rai chose to run and hide. And as he was hiding,
Yeah, because he was a
something
bitch.
almost got him. And it was marked by, it came from the rooftop above you.
Yes, I remember the creepy shadowy thing.
And there was
Slimy
black
thing.
kind of goop that seemed to be on the walls itself. And
Mhm.
then that's when you kind of ran away. You didn't see much of what was going on. That goop, the tendrils that were climbing the wall towards you, are coursing over this creature's skin.
Gross.
So yeah, there you go. That's what you've noticed, and as like a bit of dawning horror of there's some sort of relation to that thing that was actively stalking you on Verses.
Me specifically?
You were alone, so yeah. And you haven't seen it again, and the party never saw it.
No.
And I also don't think you told the party either. I think that's one of the secrets you
Nope.
chose to keep. Yeah.
Did I not tell them?
You did not.
That's why I mentioned it now, so you can see it.
So there you go. We're at the top of the order, and it is Shirket's turn.
All right. Well, seeing, I take it I saw the whole pointing and now Zero not moving. Yes.
Yes, yeah. This is not a subtle thing that's going on. And
Alright.
Saltador's voice carries with its theatrical tin.
Sheerket turns on its heel, does a 180, and
It's like 18 heels.
yep. Basically.
He's a one-man tap dance troupe.
grabs Zero and just drags him into the room with me.
I assume that works. Hold on.
Just kind of hooked. I mean, I have a strength of 20 and a carry score of like 19 plus.
Are we doing a tactical retreat? Because I love retreats.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
No, this seems fine. Yeah, I guess it just stops him personally. So yeah, you should be able to pick him up and move him.
And scoop him up with several plus many arms.
Sure. And
Yeah.
I'll say you are able to brag him next year. I'm not going to make you make any checks for that. That would be
Is Zero still in the running man pose?
Yes, unchanged. You place him down gently in the same pose.
Michael, could we get a running man pose?
No.
Michael's gonna have a hard time if he's around for the next couple episodes. I think.
Expecting that
Michael,
one.
you need to hang out for a little bit into the episode. All right. Sheerkat, so you're staying with focusing on the group, right? So you've got everyone clustered in that room except
It
for
was a
you.
double move, yeah.
All right, then I'm gonna go to Rai. It is your turn.
I stabbed Dren.
Dren is not in the room.
Oh, I thought you're right.
Literally the only one not
out.
in the room, as I just explained.
Yeah, I know.
Yep, of course he did.
Yeah, totally did. No, I forgot he said Zero, not
You
Dren.
can delay your action until Dren's turn because he's next.
No, I'm not that interested in stabbing him. Yeah, so we already have the thing up. The ship can land. We've already held them. There's nothing really to do. I'm gonna hit myself with another Healy stick
Yep.
for 1d 100.
Nope.
No, okay,
You
1d.
still roll a 1, just so you know.
That's true. I almost did. I only rolled it.
Rolls a 2 on a 1d8. All right.
All right. Well, that's great. So I'm at 23 instead of 21, which is slightly better. That's a waste of.
I gotta say,
sleep.
I'm not a huge fan of how healing serums or healing potions have ever worked. I feel like that's too much variance, but that's fine. I'm not gonna worry about that right now. Are you doing anything else other than that? Reminder, you guys do have his technologically superior phylactery.
Oh yeah. Why don't we just kill that thing?
Can we poke at it?
That's one option to do it, sure.
Well, we can hold it for ransom for later, but then he doesn't die. But I
So-
suppose that will give us leverage later. Yeah.
We still need to kill
Destroying
him,
it
though.
doesn't kill him.
Yeah, I know, but it allows him to die.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. Do we does it do anything on
It
its
holds
own?
his soul.
Does interacting with it do anything?
No, and it's especially locked.
It's especially locked.
Yeah, it's this is probably like the Fort Knox of items at this point.
Okay.
Liches are excessively protective of their soul holders. He kept his and his best friend, who you slaughtered, and the box itself is not going to be tampered with. Again, destroying it probably could. It would probably require some magic to destroy, because taking a hammer to it looks like it'll be ineffective. But it's not something that's unbreakable. It's just
So do something with the phylactery, but I can't do anything with the phylactery.
that's up to you.
Gotcha.
You can wave it in front
I
of
hit it with a
the
rock.
wizard.
I shove it up Seeker's butt for safekeeping. I'm gonna
I
keep
pitched
it
it out.
my friend.
If I
So what
would
are
I
you
absorb
doing?
his soul at that point?
Yeah. Is there anything else in the room that I can interact with besides the thing I can't really do anything with?
Ooh, you can interact with me.
Well, what I'm saying is I can't unlock it, right? It's super locked down and would require magic. I could destroy it, but that would require magic, which I don't have.
Sure.
I don't. Would I know of any other things that I could do with that thing?
Other than literally right now use it as a bartering tool versus Saltazar? No.
Well, Saltazar's not in the room anymore, so
The area back here is open. Just that door is shut. So if you're looking at the map, there's a balcony here that goes into a lower living area, and then there's stairwell. The stairwell is still open. He hasn't shut that yet.
uh-huh.
So he could potentially hear you. Also, again, it's something that you can start a conversation if you wanted by yelling.
Do I see anything that would like an intercom or anything like that, or you think that he'd be able to hear me yell?
You know what? You're at the device that kind of controls certain things in the room. I'd say, yeah, you probably have access to their communication system by this machine.
Okay.
And it's in his personal area, so it's also likely unlocked. Doesn't require any hacking. Although you guys have more than enough hacking to make it work.
Yeah. Then I'll do the thing and communicate to Saltazar, call off your crony, or we break your phylactery thing.
We break your phylactery very satisfactorily.
Yeah, so you basically elbow into the comm and you give him quickly the ultimatum, and coming back over the same channel, you hear Saltazar. Well, here's the thing. That entity isn't one of my cronies, as you so put it, and I will be quite ineffective on that one. Let's say you put the creepy down, and then we chat.
If it's not yours, whose is it?
As far as I know, Derlith Gerson's personal pet.
Are you saying that you cannot destroy this creature?
It would look bad on my record.
I don't think he can kill it.
I wonder if it could kill the phylactery, though.
What if you kill it and we take credit for your kill?
I don't think you understand how technologically advanced these pets are.
He keeps calling them pets.
Told you. Don't think he can kill it.
That suit it's wearing, the stylized black armor, tracks all of its vitals and reports it back. If he so much sneezes in my presence, it's effectively a demerit. So if you all want to be doing dents into it, since they're already not your friend, please go nuts. But I'm going to be cowering here in the back. I'm going to be hanging out here in the back.
Told you. And I take Rye's finger off the intercom. And if we could hardly dent him, I don't think we can touch him.
Oh, definitely not. I am very, very badly hurt. Nope.
I'm very badly.
Dren.
It was nice meeting you, buddy.
It's time to go.
Not in the room.
But you can't hear them shouting for you.
I communicate with those of us who are here about the black goop. That's it.
that you saw in Verses.
Yeah.
Good job, Rye. Good
Yeah.
job.
I high five Rye.
You did it. All right, and as you're
Ah.
having this conversation, it is the black goopy thing's turn, and it begins walking back. It turns away
Okay.
from Dren entirely, ignores you, and steps back and
Oh, and I mentioned I think it's after me and to protect me.
it's abreast of the room you guys are in. It looks in, and Seeker, being the first one standing there, it pulls back its arm in a way that joints shouldn't work. It holds it there for a second, and then it
Duck.
flings it forward, and a black stringy mass, still attached to its arm, globs towards Seeker specifically. Seeker, let me see if I have.
Don't like this one.
Do I still have its dex? All right, I'm just gonna make this. So this is gonna be used as like a ranged touch attack, because even if it gets on your armor, that's cool. So subtract your armor from your KAC. Its dex bonus isn't great. I'm going to assume a 13 does not hit your AC.
It might.
Your
It might.
KAC.
Oh, well, my KAC is 16
Something's
and
gonna
my
hit.
armor bonus is 4.
Oh dang! So it does hit you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
I don't
All
like
right.
that.
So this black tarry goop like latches on to your
Black tar, huh?
chest. I'll say it hits your armor as well, because that's what the score is. So it's basically on your robes, and it begins immediately spreading, attempting to reach your skin. And as it makes contact, I need you to make a will save.
Nice.
Okay.
Just
How
so
good's
have
your will
the DC
saves?
for his will save. Hold on, it is a 20. 20.
Nope.
It's a 20.
I cannot roll saves like ever. Even though I have
You just
decent-
haven't been rolling well these past
Oh,
two
no.
sessions.
and my will save's not. I mean, my will save's good, but I always roll it low.
Okay. What happens is the black goose snaps off of the Sharon's arm. It's still coated in this black moving mass, but on you begins to take the form of a choker, and it's a stylized choker, almost looking like it's tattooed to your flesh around your neck. That's it.
You can
Oh,
start
it's
freaking
fine.
out.
It's just-
Get off me! Get it off me!
And it is.
Man, after this, Seeker's gonna have some crazy PTSD.
Yeah.
'Cause you also have the insanity
Yep.
thing too.
And you have a new scar marring your
And a new scar.
bleeding rainbow-colored electronic flavored blood, I guess.
And remember that you can't smell.
Oh yeah. Well, it's not that he can't smell; it's he refuses to smell.
Yes.
That's the insanity, I think, right?
Yep.
I think he smells pretty bad.
Yeah, he refuses to use his sense of smell. All right, Dren, it's your turn.
All right. Well,
He uses struggle.
there's not enough
Is a
pee-pee for that.
Pokemon reference, Patrick?
I did.
Props for you.
Thank you.
So Dren is going to he's going to start running towards the door where the rest of the
Did you escape your thingy?
He's not held. It was 0.
Oh, I thought they both were. I
Nope,
apologize.
it was 0.
Nope, I'm good. This door is open, yes?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't
You
know.
forgot to close it, so yes.
All right, then yep, I'm booking it in here. Hey boys. Sorry. Hey boys.
Want to shut the door behind you?
I
Yeah,
would
you
have
can
shut it
slap
if he
the-
wasn't there already.
You
If
can
Dren was
slap it.
here.
Sorry, Seeker. Yeah, go for it.
I said I would have shut it if Dren wasn't here. I was in here already with us, but
Oh, okay.
Nope.
Aw.
All
I
right,
wouldn't have gotten gooped.
Dren, do you slap the door control on your way past?
Yes.
All right, the door shuts, and you are in this tiny, ucky little room. I'll go ahead. I don't need to block it off, but yeah. you
Does
guys
everyone
are-
still have their mag boots?
Oh yeah. Come on.
Does everybody have mag boots?
I have mag
Yes.
claws.
Technically, Dren and Sheerkat never actually got my static. You have
Right.
mag boots. However, I was reading in the handbook, and I'm pretty sure all suits of armor do actually come with mag boots. I don't know how they function exactly. I've been very liberal with how they function.
So the
But-
pet probably has mag boots.
I think they all have mag boots. I think
If you
everything
wanna
has
get-
mag boots.
Technical, you did steal one of each of ours.
I'm not worried about it. I'm not about to give me. I will say that the the security measure did come into play after a few moments. There is an air bubble now, basically blocking off space, so the ship can come in and you guys can be in the room at the same time.
What if? Yeah, but if we put on our mag boots and we shut off the bubble,
If you were with a creature that didn't have an ability to hold on, they would get sucked out. Yes. I would assume that it is wearing specialized BSU Inquisitor armor. I would expect that to probably not work very well.
okay. Then I will take that as Rye knowing that that would be a terrible idea, so he doesn't suggest it out loud.
Okay. Sheercat suggests it out loud.
It gets a rebuttal. Well, I'll move into let's go back into initiative order. Who was I on now? Oh, Dren. So you moved in there, but that was your full turn, right?
Yep.
So Zero, it is up to you. You are holding the Lich's super special phylactery.
So all he can do is save.
Yep. Nope.
All he can do is pass.
You know what? I'll give you a break. Saltazar, over the comm, quickly chimes in. So, are you gonna take care of it, or it's common to open to your room? No, nothing.
Say nothing.
All right. He keeps Zero held. Seeker, you're up.
First of all, Seeker's clawing at his throat like, oh, okay, what is this? What is this? Is it like?
It is basically a tattoo now.
It's okay, so it's
is
like
Seeker
still
like breaking
there.
the skin trying to get at it?
That's up to Seeker.
Probably a little bit, yeah. Like
yeah, as
really
you cut into your skin, a little bit seeps in to your blood. Now.
I stop.
That's
I
not
stop.
good.
But it doesn't go away. In fact, as you scratch a little bit, the tattoo shifts a little bit, so it's still visible around this wound.
Oh my god! So what I'm like imagining here is like Seeker's clawing and like cutting open like his skin, just like the blackness starts like flowing down the circuits.
Kinda, yeah. I'd go with that. Sure.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
It looks more like
I don't
an
like
infection.
that.
It's not all of his circuits, but it is like the circuits are now carrying an infection.
I don't like this at all. I don't know what to do. Zero, are you okay? No, you can't really.
Do you still have Dispel Magic?
Yes, that's what I was gonna do.
Okay.
So Dispel Magic. What's the DC that I gotta hit?
What is it the same thing as the save? Because the save is pretty high.
Yeah, I figured.
It was 23 for the save.
23 for the save. All right.
Yeah. Is that how it works is for the Dispel Magic as well?
Let me just make sure really quick.
Check.
Yeah, it's
I got it up too. Don't worry about it.
Oh, you do?
It says no saving throw.
Oh yeah, isn't just like counter magic?
As a targeted dispel or as a counter. Targeted dispel. Target, you can also use targeted dispel specifically and one spell effect affecting the target or one affecting an area. You must name the specific spell effect to be targeted in this way. A spell effect target. It's not the spell itself. Okay, the attempt to dispel check is 1d20 plus your caster level. And the DC is equal to 11 plus the spell's caster level.
Mm-hmm.
The caster level is just the character level, right?
Yep.
Okay. 23. Oh, that is all the DCs for that spell too, so that actually works. That's probably how it's generated as well. Yeah, 23 to dispel this.
So then mine is just a +7, right? Because that's my caster level.
That's what it sounds like. Yeah.
Caster level's not plus your modifier at all.
It doesn't say that. It specifically said that the dispel check is a 1d20 plus your caster level.
16.
Not quite. You feel the magic is just overpoweringly strong.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys have kind of tumbled with someone who's maybe a little bit more fierce than you.
Yep.
And that was one action. Are you doing anything move action wise?
Hailing the indecision again. Stefan, I don't care about that other ship. You need to get over here right now. I don't care about Sabernai. He's not the captain of the ship. Just get over here. Rex, where are you? Rex, come on.
Nope. As you chime in Rex's personal comm on his unit, his body unit, the humanoid but absolutely no expression face, the C-3PO knockoff face, comes in and says, "Hello, hey Seeker, it is so nice to see
Rex,
you."
override Sobernauts, everything, just get here now, pick us up and get us out of here. I need to get out. I have it. Yeah.
Oh, sure, I can do that, no problem. Why didn't you just say so? Sovereign's been having us chase this giant Eoxian flagship. It's on fire, which I didn't think they could do, but I'll come get you, sure.
Yes, please.
Sure, send me your coordinates. I'll get you, boss.
I break into that. Boss?
Hi, Rye.
I mean, you're certainly not the boss.
You're fired.
I was never hired.
What about me, right?
you
Am
won't.
I fired?
You're
Sorry about that.
not fired.
Woo!
All right, I'm gonna go now so I can fly the ship. But thanks for saying hi.
Yes, hi. It was good seeing you.
Hi.
Channel shuts down.
That's a dead robot.
All right, so you guys have a little bit of time because you don't know where it is in space in terms of having to get back around here. So you've got a little bit of time to chill.
How's this door that I closed? Is it a good door? Bad
No.
door? No.
No, it's a almost more style than function door.
I don't know if this door is gonna hold.
It didn't hold to
A
Seeker.
block away.
And who were we at there? That was Seeker. So we're at Saltazar.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. What can Saltazar do from? Oh, you know what? Saltazar uses a spell that I hate, and Chris loves.
Dimension Door!
Called Dimension Door. He instantly transfers himself from his location
No.
to any other spot within range. You arrive exactly at the spot desired, whether by simply visualizing the area or stating its direction.
It's about to get real comfy in
You
here.
can bring along objects as long as their weight doesn't exceed your maximum load. You can bring some unconscious creatures with you. All right, looks like it's fine. Oh, and if you arrive in a place that are already occupied by a solid body, you and each creature traveling with you each take 1d6 damage and are shunted to a random space on the suitable surface. All right, I'm going to say he attempts to pop exactly where Rye is.
All right, then he gets immediately shunted to another place and takes 2d6.
Yes,
Good
correct.
job, Dustin.
It's 1d6, right?
1d6.
Yeah, it takes
And
1d6.
that's only him, not the
Yeah.
people he's landing on.
Right.
Correct. I'm
right.
not picking on Rye. Rye is just standing where Saltazar can't see where you guys are right now. Saltazar's thinking, I'm going to go to my command console, not the only open space in the room. And he tries to warp. So Rye, you get this really weird tingly feeling, and all of a second there's like an overlay for just a brief second of necrotic, rotted flesh, well preserved, overlaying yourself. And for a quick second, it's almost like you're looking through terrible video game graphics, and then immediately you hear oof. And Saltazar appears in the room with you and takes a friendly 1d6 point of damage. Oh, I've done something terrible. There it is. He appears next to Shirket and Dren, his
Do
best
I get
friend.
an attack of opportunity?
No, he just arrived. He didn't leave your
Okay.
he didn't leave your threat range.
Oh, that's true.
He takes 3 points of damage. He's still looking pretty okay, but miffed. And as he lands, he's like, he quickly puts 2 of his long-fingered hands up, and he says, I think that I have a proposition that we can all benefit from if you don't make with the stabbing.
Right. Should I make with the stabbing?
Prepare to make with the stabbing.
Preparing to make with the stabbing.
Shirkat, it is your turn.
Preparing to make with the stabbing.
So I'm assuming you're readying an action?
Can I ready a full round action?
No.
I don't believe so. I think you can only ready standard actions.
Okay, well then I guess I ready a stab in the throat.
You could delay your turn
Yes, I will delay my turn.
until after Saltazar.
Until after, at least until after Rye.
Okay, that's fine. Rye, you're next.
I try to sneakily engage a recorder. I'm assuming that these things have audio recorders.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. It's basically an iPhone. Don't worry about it.
I try to do that
Yeah, no problem.
stealthily.
Oh, sure. Make a
Sleight of hand.
is sleight of hand its own check in this, or is it just?
Yep.
Okay, make a sleight of hand check, and I'll give him a
Because that's
perception check.
better than
first.
my
I'll roll
stealth.
the
Just
perception
kidding, it's
in here.
exactly the same. Okay. Boop, beep. Please go well. 25.
Oh my god, his perception's plus 23.
Perception is plus 23.
Slash roll 1d20 plus 23. He rolled a 42. He knows the answers to the life universe and everything, and he
Okay.
totally sees you engage the recording.
So does he see me hit the record button, or does he see me go beep bop beep?
He sees you fiddling with a device.
Okay.
He doesn't have eyes that extend out of his head, so as long as you're angling it away, he just sees you fiddling with your device.
Okay.
He might if he gets really surprised, though.
Yeah, his eyes pop right out of his head. Are you doing anything other than engaging your recording device? Very obviously.
Yeah, I figured it would just be good to capture this audio since previous recordings have been potentially beneficial.
Are you engaging in conversation?
I'm listening.
As you can see, I'm a little bit better prepared for the odd angry mob than you expected. Normally, I would remove your hearts from your chests for this slight against me on camera for the views. Instead, I'm going to ask that you take care of the small problem outside for me, and I will let you all go.
Just to be clear, you want us to assist you in eliminating insert Girth's name here. Favorite pet.
Derlith Gerson.
Yeah, that one. You just to be clear, you want us to help you eliminate Derlith Gerson's pet.
Yeah, I don't
Your
actually
boss.
mean his dog. That was a euphemism. I'm not sure if you caught that one there. But yes, I would like you, Ryshorin of Ryshoven LLC, to go ahead and plant that half-dead disgrace abomination 9 feet, 6 feet under, whatever you living things do with your bodies. I don't care.
We usually eat our kin.
I look at your
No,
cat.
no.
I also look at
Horrifying.
your cat.
Horrifying. But
You
sure.
not understand how insects work? Whatever.
Excuse me, but we're really not well prepared to fight this guy at all either. You kind of did quite a number on us, I'm sure, and Peppertron did too.
I think we're fine.
He waves magic off of like he basically releases the hold on Zero, and he says, "Does that help?" He gave you
I'm still almost dead, and this I can't get this thing off my.
I point. What's that thing?
Oh, ooh.
And I'm sensing motive.
Go ahead, because I'm pretty sure his bluff is super good.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably is.
Do I have his? Oh, this one didn't get. Oh no, bluff is plus 28.
Okay.
I'll roll it for you though.
Hold
Slash
on.
roll 1d20 plus 28.
Oh, that's not so bad.
I can beat that.
Yeah, I was gonna say Rye has beaten that before.
No, I can tie that.
All right, yeah, do it. And net 20.
Yeah, 20 is what you're telling me.
NBD, just get net 20.
I have to roll a nat 20.
Yeah, just do it.
I didn't.
Do it.
And then a
That
nat
is plus
6.
D6.
Yeah.
And then a d6 plus 1.
All right. So he's not going to lie to you in this case, but what he says is, right. I'd get that looked at as
Oh, Steve gave me a reroll.
what happened. That seems like a waste of a reroll, but feel free to try and roll 20 again.
I wish she
I've
gave me a
never gotten a
reroll on
chance.
my
Pride points.
Pride points.
She gave me a reroll on my.
Exactly one worse. Continue. Thank you, Steve.
He says, I don't know necessarily exactly what that is. He's lying. But I would strongly recommend you get that checked out. And I would go for a doctor of the magical kind. Okay?
Would I have seen it before? Kind of like a black spot kind of thing?
Almost definitely not.
Okay.
Steve gave me advantage for something. I don't know what, but I get advantage on something.
Well, actually, you might need it in your next roll, so that's good.
Oh, great.
Cool. All right, Rye, are you accepting his bargain or not? No is an acceptable answer. He is in a room with you guys. This is as close as you've had him. So if you were going to all gang up on him, this is your best chance, knowing that he is all next to you for his turn when it comes up.
I interject. What's he want with you anyway?
That was going to be my question on my.
Rye starts to ask it, and Drain interjects anyways. Saltazar rubs the back of his desiccated corpse neck and says, well, so towards the latter half, the past couple of days, the BSU has actually pulled sponsor rights and taken over the Most Dangerous Game Show broadcast. You may have remembered the fun trick of dropping a bunch of care package bombs. That was the Riforians' idea that just walked out. They were planning on making this a lot more lethal for you. And because I maybe ignored their requests / explicitly stated demands to make sure you died, because that wasn't good television, they have put a mark on me as well. It was one of those kill them or we kill you kind of things. And
welcome to the club.
All about them ratings. You know what I mean? Ratings.
Mike, did you just disconnect and reconnect?
I did.
Oh,
do we have to rearrange all our cameras?
Nick and Pat.
Yes, we do. Nope. I'm Dren now.
Then I can be Rye, and I can make it so much worse.
You're Michael's Dren
You are
now.
0 now.
Oh no!
I just want to let you guys know we have 45 minutes to wrap up this episode.
Yes, please. Right, switch it up.
I was about to say I don't know if Nick could handle being somebody capable.
Yeah.
No, I can make you real incapable real fast.
You're all not capable of getting into the right spots.
Yeah.
What did you do, Nick?
Nick, stop. Patrick, stop. Nick, come back.
Up, just Pat. Just Pat, come back.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
Pat, come back.
Yeah.
Gonna cut this.
There we go.
Hold on. Everybody shut up for a second. There we go. Okay, we're good.
And my brother and me, I listened to it today. He actually claps multiple times to cut it. I don't know if that would help you in the future or not.
Maybe.
I
Well,
can't
you
tell
did a good job that you heard it on the broadcast.
Well, they do the same thing we do. We're going to cut this, and then they absolutely never cut it.
Yeah.
They never do any of the post edits they joke about ever, and they've been doing it for years, so we're fine. Basically, I'm asking you guys: are you going to take up Saltazar and his offer, or are you going to go full aggression on him while you have him literally 10 feet away from you?
I'm more inclined to take him up on his offer.
I'd be willing to kill him. Yeah, he's a pretty nasty guy.
I just want to leave.
He's
Yeah.
a pretty nasty guy.
Wait, if he's here to kill you, then why do you care if you kill him or not?
He doesn't want it on his record.
His record it says to be killed.
That's only because I failed to kill you, and the only person who knows that right at this exact second is that yucky bug out there and the Riforian who just went down where there's no ships like a dope.
Oh.
So I'm going to find a way to get him sequestered or disappear with all my lovely fundage before he comes back.
I think
Cat's making threatening.
Yeah, I'm very much engrossed in what's going on in Sheer Cat's window.
I do
I'm
my old
gross.
trick of for what time will allow. I do my old trick of presenting my party with the illusion of having a choice, and pop individually into each one's heads real quick. Justin, kill Lagu or
Saltazar?
Saltazar, yeah.
I'm not in any shape to kill either at the moment.
Neither am I.
I don't know. Don't ask me.
Shit.
You're the captain.
Your cat.
You're the captain. Pick something.
Are you
Be a
sure about
captain
that?
for once. Not for
Okay,
once.
well-
I didn't mean that. I'm sorry. I'm just really stressed out right now. I've got a thing on.
Are you so stressed you're talking out loud?
If we, here's my
No.
thought process. If we kill that thing, we might be able to walk out of this. He can kill us anyway, or we can stall for the ship to get here. Either way, that spooky thing is going to try to kill us as soon as it's done killing Saltazar. But if we can delay until the ship's here, then we can let him have him.
Started explaining to all of us, or is this still just to Seeker?
No, I'll open it up to everybody. So
You're under the
tentatively agree.
impression that Saltazar is trustworthy.
No, he's not. I'm saying that if we can delay until our ship gets here, we can tactically retreat to the ship and let the
The
GUI
other thing
and
is
kill Salt.
the black creature switched its target to us. It doesn't know Saltazar is in here, so it's currently trying to kill us and not him.
I know it doesn't mean a lot to you, but I'm still here.
Or again.
I almost just want to throw the
Continue.
phylactery at the
Hello?
thing.
We can hear you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if my mic did the thing again.
It did not do the thing again,
No, just the party was ignoring you.
which is accurate.
Okay. I figured, but I just wanted to make sure. Anyway, I know it doesn't mean much to you, but I'm still here, and Saltazar could have gotten rid of me at any moment. You see how strong he is. I kind of glance over at him and give him like a hey, and even though he couldn't hear that because it was all telepathic.
He looks at you and he winks anyways.
If we don't get rid of that big bug over there, we're most likely going to have to fight him down the road anyway. I can guarantee that because you're all the pact breakers.
Well, on any other given day, I would be more than welcome to attack it. However, we are very much ill prepared to fight that.
I agree.
Yeah,
So we make Saltazar help us the way in whatever way he can without actually harming the creature.
yeah.
His magics were strong enough to hold you in this room without being in the room. Maybe you can do the same against it.
Yeah, why can't... Yeah.
I imagine anything actually targeting the creature will probably be something he refuses.
Whoa.
In a wind tunnel. However,
Yeah, Saltazar, can you freeze him?
I mean, as long as there's no cameras pointed in my direction, I don't see why
We
that
all
would
look at Zero.
Why are you looking at me? He's the one that's got like the 4 floating cameras and I pointed speaker.
Oh yes, that's right. Yeah, I'll point them away.
Yeah, I suppose I could, as long as it's not too strong, I could probably do that. Yeah, sure. Is that how you want to play this?
Fine by me.
Oh, we can continue discussions after that's dead. It's clearly a problem for both of us.
Where are you going to go afterwards? Looking at Saltazar.
Well, you see, I don't mind dimension dooring into the deep darkness of space and activating one of my lovely trinkets to get me picked up from a backup plan. So I'm fine. As
Do
I
it.
said, I'm always fine.
Why don't you just take us all out of here? Old time's
So-
sake. I know you've done it before.
Because I don't want to be anywhere near any of you when I make my getaway.
We've got a ship. Quite a few.
Which he's not allowed on.
I'm not worried about your ships. I, as so stated, am well taken care of.
Have him paralyze the goo and get him out of here. We have a ship to catch ourselves.
Yeah, why don't you freeze him in Dimension Door? Oh, right, because then you'll be killing him.
As this is going on, it does turn into this thing's turn. You don't see it, but you suddenly hear something scratching at the door for a second.
Seeker
You guys are-
immediately
yeah,
like goes back and tries to like switch
Recoils in
places with
horror.
somebody else because
I
like
switch places with you.
Switch places.
I allow it.
Places.
oh, but then I'm close. I don't like either.
I feel like you would actually stop worrying for a second and just admire the coat.
Yeah, I was actually gonna say, can I just add one more thing? Can I have that coat? Throw your coat in and we got a deal.
Oh.
Okay. He takes the coat off and passes it to you. He's not wearing an undershirt, so he's now just a tall, gangly, naked corpse. He's wearing pants and
The
everything. but,
smell
like,
is horrid.
yeah,
yeah.
you are
Oh,
also
I
like
can't smell it.
expose yourself to some of the desiccated corpse smell. Like he's wearing like an air freshener inside of him somewhere, but like yeah, he passes you the coat and he says,
Did you just say he's wearing an air freshener inside of him?
I guess I can part with that. It's a little singed from your friends, and it's worth more than you make in a year, but sure, please be my guest. Yeah, so you have Saltazar's coat.
Awesome! That was my goal. I did
That
it.
might actually be magic. Let me take a look and see what they give.
I
him
would
for
be
armor.
surprised.
Look it up later. We are on a time limit.
Yep.
Okay. So you guys are there. It is this thing's turn. Instead of trying to force the door, Sheerkat, give me a perception check.
Okay. I'm gonna push that perception button.
And
I
I'm
got
gonna
a
make
nat
you
20 for a
stealth. Oh, I
31.
rolled a 2, so you totally see it. You notice that it's gone quiet, and instead, leaking under the edge of the door is more of this black goo, and it is attempting to touch you, Sheerkat.
No.
I'm going to give it an attack roll. It's going to be a touch attack, but I'm going to give you a reflex save to basically avoid it. And the reflex DC, I'm going to make the. I'll figure that out after. I'm just going to see if it hits you with a touch attack. And I gave it a +4 for the dex. It rolls up 20 total,
Yeah.
which I'm definitely
Oh.
going to hit your
Yep.
touch AC.
Yep.
The reflex save to save from this then. You saw it coming. It's slow. Make it a 15. If you can beat a 15 dex save, it does not touch you.
14.
Are you kidding?
No.
Buddies, do you have a matching like anklet
No.
now?
You're like.
All right, so the goop touches you. It begins climbing on you, and this one like basically makes direct skin contact with like your feet, and begins climbing its way up. And you feel a cold sensation creeping up one of your many insectoid legs. And I need you to make a will save. And we said the will save was a 20.
Nat 1.
Jesus Christ!
Ooh.
Wow. Okay.
Interesting.
So on Sheerkat, because this one was basically so effective, it will actually make its way to the center of your forehead, and it takes the shape of a spider.
Cool.
So this goop coalesces in on itself, basically embedding itself into your skin, and now you've got the sheen of a tattoo on your outer carapace, but it goes much deeper than that.
So goggles come down. Sheerkat turns to Saltazar and says, "Your stasis. Do it."
It is Dren's turn. Do you guys want to skip to Saltazar?
Yes.
Yep.
Basically delay
Yeah, I'll
action
delay.
Saltazar. Okay, so Saltazar will go for this turn. Saltazar has you guys slap the door open. He points at it and he says, "Let's put pause on that play, boss." And the DC was, I said, 23, and this thing's save should be garbage.
I mean, I rolled a lot of the stats, so
You didn't give me its saves on here.
we didn't have to do much of any.
What do you need
saves.
for what is it? Wisdom?
This is
what
a
is
will
it?
save.
So what is his wisdom?
-1.
All right. So give it like a plus, I don't know, 4 max.
Should it even have +4? That's fine.
It depends on the class. I mean,
What
It
class
didn't
was
get
Schefter?
one.
It was unassigned
Oh,
because it was that bad.
you know what? I'll
Thanks,
actually
Mike.
I'll give it a non-will save then, because this as a creature, will is exactly what it's not supposed to have. It's that whole point. So I'm gonna give it a +0. So it has to
Didn't
be.
even win then.
Oh, I can't beat a 23. I rolled a 12. Can't beat it. It is held in stasis.
okay.
which means if that was the hold, it goes to Dren's turn next. Also, actually, Sheerkat, you were holding until after Rise.
Yeah.
Sheerkat,
Question.
it's your go.
Question before you go. If it can't physically move at all, is it
Coup de
helpless?
grace.
And that's what I'm going for is coup de grace.
Sure. I'm assuming Starfinder has coup de grace.
Yes.
Coup de grace rules. Then go
Isn't
for it.
like max damage or something? I don't know. Oh, actually, yeah. What coup de grace.
Coup de
Oh,
grace.
please no.
That's what Hercule says in Budokai. Coup de grace.
De grace.
You automatically hit and score a critical hit. If the target survives the damage, it must make a fortitude save or die.
All right, so I just do my melee damage twice.
So it is actually immune to critical hits because it is an undead creature.
But it still has to make a fortitude save of like 10 plus 22 or die.
So it actually doesn't. You have to basically keep hitting it, but there's no reason why you couldn't hit it multiple times because Saltazar's hold is forever.
Yep.
So I'm actually going to say, Sheerkat, describe your kill.
Oh yeah. Basically, are you familiar with Omni Slash or Final Fantasy?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. So just in a flurry of just crazy blows, a spinning step, bam, 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 and then a final like a little tap on the forehead, and it just kind of falls to pieces.
As you make contact with it physically, your forehead spider tingles a little bit, but it falls away in pieces, and the goo tries to hold it together for a second, and then fades into the tiles of the floor and goes inert, and slowly begins to harden. That being said, you and Seeker are still rocking some real cool designer tats.
Cool.
But you have managed to kill Schecter. Schecter is no more.
Bye, Schecter. We hardly knew ye.
And as you are basically like kicking through the wreckage of this creature's body, the elevator dings again. Out comes the Riforian briefly, and he says, in here, and I will meet you back down at your ship when you're all done. Okay? Thank you. It's been nice doing business with you. I will definitely leave a positive spell review. And he disappears back into the elevator as 6 creatures I did not have time to roll art for from the handbook. 6 is it 6, Chris? Is that how many creatures that were there?
I think that's how many I sent you.
That's fine. We'll do 6 for now anyways. 6 creatures crawl out of the elevator. And I'll say that you guys kind of open the door over here so you guys can get a glimpse of it. I'll use 6 for now. We'll save the 7 in reserve if it's necessary. These creatures are all insectoid creatures, and most notably, and I'll go through what they are in a second, they're all wearing modified armor that is reminiscent of Sheerket's, which is to say they are in a certain style. Let me see. I have all of their names somewhere. There is a Bolida, which is a massive looking bug creature. Actually, they are large, aren't they, Chris?
Yeah.
So one of them is much larger than the others. 10 feet or... I'll leave it like that for now. You can.
Shouldn't Sheerkat also be that size?
No. It's not. So we have.
Sheerkat's the Bolida. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
What's
we have a Sheeran. We have a Formian. Formian is the large one that we fought.
The ant-looking one. Is it
There's
the Urog?
The Urog, I believe, is big. Yeah.
There's one that's basically like a broken race I tried to get you to play as when you were rolling.
Yeah, it was
it's not Urog.
No.
I don't know. It's a Drex or something like that. A Drex
something
or a
like that. It starts with a T.
That's fine. I'm not worried about it. It doesn't look like you rolled one of those, so that's okay. And I can go through what we have. So we have in front of you, there is another Bolida, which looks like your cat, but slightly different. There is a Sheeran, which is one of the more standard common bug races. A Formian, which looks like a large ant. Urog, which is a weird looking creature. I'll have to have you guys look up. Do I have a quick description of that? It is it's like a blue beetle looking creature with long scythe looking arms instead of hands. There is I already said the Urog.
The Urog's basically like floating shrimp.
Yeah, floating shrimp's a better way to describe it. Yeah, there's another Shirin, a Formian, and a Rikrichi, which I don't know what that is.
What?
Oh, you know, she played the little girl in Casper.
Oh, right.
Oh, so a Rikrichi looks kind of like so it looks almost like a oh god, it looks like Scyther with a more flat bug face and kind of red carapace skin and wearing like full armor like it's a sentient creature, not like a bug. Yeah, so they're pretty gross. And this basically troop of bug soldiers walks into the room. I will keep the order going as Dren is up next. But as they enter, the lead one, and Chris, would you say one of them is lead based on that group you sent me?
Yeah, whoever the soldier is.
The soldier was Maylin.
Malin, yes.
Maylin.
Mulin.
Oh, Mulin. All right. Mulin, which is the ant-like looking creature, and this one will be the red token, is in the lead, and it stomps its feet, and it calls out, "Pact breakers, we have a contract for each of your heads. The Border Space Union sends their regards, and clearly their ineffectiveness, and they've hired us to do what they cannot. Please present yourselves for decapitation, disembowelment, and general dismemberment post haste."
You and everybody else.
Dren, you're up.
Balthazar, can you fight these ones?
Oh yeah, isn't he out? Oh, did he dimension door out yet?
It's not his turn yet. Saltazar is stroking his chin and not answering Zero.
Do we have a clear doorway to the hangar?
Yeah.
Okay. I say we just head into the hangar and bar these doors. I assume our vessel will be here shortly.
Agreed.
I agree.
I agree.
That was a good idea that you thought I'd come up with on my own.
So Dren, you
Clearly
basically make your way
stolen.
into the hangar.
Yep.
I will open up some extra black space, and we'll just use this for the time being. We'll go with Theater of the Mind if we have to, because basically it's just an open hangar. There's not much in there. Did that not reveal anything for you guys?
I mean, it's all
Reveal a
black.
It's
bunch
just
of
literal black space.
squares.
So Dren, you're just in towards the hangar then.
Yep.
You just stepped out into space. Rookie mistake.
After Dren is Zero, and you are no
All
longer held.
right. In that case, since that seems to be what the group decided, I'll follow Dren.
Okay. Seeker.
Seeker is going to follow suit, but also going to cast invisibility on himself first.
Okay. So we cowered out. Technically, the way the orders got shifted, Rye, you... Oh, no, Saltazar's up. Saltazar finishes stroking his chin, and he says, "You know what? I think I'm going to call this one a loss and hope for the best. May showbiz treat you better in the future, you poor, unfortunate souls." And he snaps his finger and disappears with another dimension door.
Bye, Saltazar.
He doesn't need to snap his finger to do that. That was not necessary.
Absolutely correct.
I think that was all for you, Rye.
He was looking at Rye as he said all those things.
Yeah, he's a dick.
Rye, it's your turn.
I open up communications with the ship and just immediately start yelling, "Rex, ETA."
Coming in hot.
Hot, hot, hot.
Did Sopronaut get you shot?
The ship has shields are a bit dinged up, but otherwise the hull is pretty secure. He does keep bumping us into the little ships until they explode, though. Not sure that's ethical or safe, but we've been doing it.
Are they the bad ships or the good ships that he's bumping?
He doesn't seem to care.
Okay, no and no.
Please come quickly.
We're waiting on you.
So yeah, I try to assist in barring the doors.
Yeah, you can go on through. It's basically just a button at that point because it's
Oh.
a big hangar door. You can't really like stack up stuff against it.
Is there anything else of note in here on the controls there?
Probably not, but as there is another control set in the hangar, it would make sense to destroy those controls.
Oh, I can just.
Or Sheercat can, because Sheercat's last out.
Yeah.
I can try my best
In
at
fact,
doing that.
Sheercat is going to take a couple steps in. Going to close the doors between the room that Sheercat is in and the hangar, and then destroy the computer.
You.
Chris
bastard.
losing his second character here.
The hangar doors begin to close in. Sheercat staying on the other side. Rye looks back, being the last one out, and the doors are slowly closing on Sheercat.
Sheercat pulls up her goggles. He says, "I have some unfinished business to deal with my family.
You can email them.
I will hold them off. Be good, Reich Oren and Co.
The door will hold them off.
The door will not. These are trained assassins.
We have a ship that can shoot laser beams in here. Or do we have lasers on the ship? I can't remember. It's been so long since I've been in it.
I don't actually think you guys have lasers. I think you have flak and missiles.
We
but-
could shoot. We could shoot flak at them.
Good luck, Pact Breakers, and I hope to see you in the next world."
I rush the door to try to snag
Oh,
the bug guy.
Sheercat
Yeah,
is already walking out.
I'll say the door shuts and Sheercat is stepping away, making it something that would probably cost you an arm and not success.
I angrily and dramatically begin beating the door.
And as you do so, I'm actually going to pull you guys out of rotation for initiative for a couple of moments, as you guys are getting the lobby prepared, basically, or the hangar prepared for the ship, clearing away any extra debris and being ready. And well, I'll let you guys know when it gets there. Sheercat, I'm going to let you take another turn.
All right. Sheercat turns, walks out of the room. "Hello, brethren."
The Formian, Mulin, puts up a stance, basically bangs a stick on the ground. I don't remember what weapon it was using.
I picked him at random.
Okay. Do I have Mulin? God, there's so many up. I have so many character sheets up. Looks like it's like a shell gun, whatever that is. So it's we'll call it a longer gun that he bangs on the ground. And he says, "Traitor, I was hoping to see you first. I assume you're going to try and buy time for your meat sacks."
1, 2, 3. Only 6 today, huh? This should be fun.
Yes, we do have some things to take care of down below.
Well, this will be better odds than what you've had in the past against me.
Quite.
I didn't think about it, but what happened to Terry and the kid?
They were with us.
Timey-wimey.
I will say retroactively, you tuck them away in a corner. I'll pick them up later.
They were hiding underneath the desk in this room. And as soon as the doors opened up, they kind of...
I don't have a big preference. You guys did take them with you, though. We'll say that your dwarf companion and the kid were staying into the corners of the room as soon as they did. So basically, while Sheercat was invisible, they were sneaking off to the side, and they got into the hangar, no problem. They are hiding out with you guys. I will just hand wave that one. Thank you, Michael, for giving us headaches, but getting us back on canon. The Formian looks at the other bug soldiers and says, "All right, let's do this. And just so you know, this is the happiest I've ever been."
Me too.
All right, you used a move action. Do you want to do anything with an actual action?
I will take a what is it? Defensive. Whatchamacallit? Defensive action. It's a standard action. I think it's +2 to all defenses, something like that.
Okay. They can't. So do they all have melee weapons, or do they not all have melee weapons? I guess that would be.
So half have melee, half have range.
All right. I'm gonna let them move as a unit basically because their initiatives all together. So I've got Mulin as ranged. I've got Tick Tick as ranged, and that's a melee. Looks like you did magic hacks for that, so I guess that's technically ranged, right?
Mhm.
All right. So I've got Jalapar. So the Urog, the Han, or did I take the Han out? I think I took the Han out because the Han is a weirder creature. Yeah, I took the Han one out. That's the one that's down below. Tick Tick's down below. So Jalapar and Mulin, who are going to be red and white respectively, range and range, they take up position. And they basically go for, oops, I'm not doing the right thing.
+4 to AC. Okay.
10, 15, 20. And this is going to be the same. They flank and they immediately begin opening fire with their weapons.
Mhm.
So the Bombard shell gun is a +11 to hit,
Mhm.
rolls a 24
That's a hit.
against your, I believe, KAC.
Yep.
Okay, that's 1d6 +3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it is fire damage.
Oh, you said 7 fire damage?
Yep.
All right. It does do a little bit, like the slightest amount of damage.
All right. And the Urog has, it has a melee metric. So I'm going to use a spell on you. Let's see. I think Jolting Surge works. Jolting Surge and Starfinder. Let's see. Oh, that's a touch. Did you make all these touch spells, you bastard? You might have.
Might have. I actually picked him at random as well.
All right, I'll change that. He just moves up to you basically because he was one of the closest ones. So he'll make range to you, and he's actually going to cast Inject Nanobots then.
Do I get a attack of opportunity?
No. This is casting a spell, right? So I guess you would. Let's see. You concentrate key particles. It is one living creature construct. Range is touch. Make a melee attack against the target's EAC. I don't know. Do you get an attack? It's casting a spell, right? So that is one of the few things that triggers an attack opportunity. Go ahead and make the attack.
24.
Well, I'm almost definitely sure that hits it. That one.
22 damage.
Woof. So this one is.
I don't know about that because it is a melee attack that you're doing.
But it is
Kinda
anytime
weird.
you
It is
cast
also
a
a
spell,
spell.
it's technically supposed to be what triggers an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, I think it's
it's
supposed
so
to
weird.
say it in the spell that doesn't trigger.
Yeah.
What was the total damage you did?
22, which cancels it.
Cancels it
and-
entirely.
And Sheerkat looks and says, "You have learned nothing."
It hisses at you at response and says, "Just wait, filth, bottom barrel feed." And next up, we have my orange fellow who is Torek, and he is.
Actually, take that back. I took total defense. I can't take an attack opportunity.
Oh, okay, all right. Well then,
Sorry.
as you try and talk shit to it,
Yeah.
swoop to it, it does touch you. Oh no, I had to make a range attack. So I had to make an attack against you, and it is touch. What's your touch AC?
Right now, it is 15.
15. This exactly. Oh no, range touch. Touch isn't dex. Touch is strength, and he has no strength bonus. So it does not hit you. He still doesn't manage to hit you. Basically, you just talk crap to him, but he doesn't take the damage. All right, the orange one approaches, and what is the range on that? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, I can get up to range too. It basically charges yelling, not actually using the charge ability, and breaks a great axe at you and comes to attempt to chop down on you. Roll the nat 1. I'm going to say it hits its buddy.
All right.
God damn it. And for damage on that, it is 1d12 plus 6, which is not great.
It does say right there, casting the spell does not provoke attacks of opportunity at the
okay.
bottom of Inject Nanobots.
It almost had to not, because
Right.
otherwise the spell wouldn't be
It's at the very
effective.
bottom.
But thank you. I appreciate that.
Good to know.
That's going to be, it's taken a nice thwack of damage to the white one. The yellow one then does have a flare rifle, so it's actually going to go and take a shot at you as it moves up. And that is 1d20 plus 12. I rolled another nat 1.
Are you kidding?
No. He shoots the white one as well.
What a great family.
Yeah, right.
Christ.
Well, I mean, they all look alike.
I'm gonna kill you. Bam! Blast the guy next to him. Oh
Basically,
yeah,
that's what
no,
they're
I
doing.
got this.
They all want the honor of killing Shere Ket, and they're all falling over each other. That was only 7 points of damage.
Jason Shadoway gave a reroll to Toric.
All right, yeah, do it.
I'll carry it over to Chiksh, this one. I'll give it the reroll to this creature because Toric's damage is already rolled out. But the Chiksh with its damage is going to reroll for a nat 18, which I'm going to assume hits your.
Oh, yeah.
AC.
Yep.
All right, and that is 1d10 plus 5, which is fire again. I rolled a 10,
Okay.
so 15 fire.
All right. So that does break through my stamina. And Shere Ket just kind of, all right, I can start to feel your sting.
Blue boy, I'm running out of people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I only opened 5 stats. Shite. Yeah, this one is more spells. Okay, and these ones are actually good. It's going to use Mind Thrust level 2 on you, which I think is what screwed up Rye earlier.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what screwed up Rye.
So Mind Thrust, you have to make a will save for half.
21.
Its save is 17, so you're good.
How much
4d10 damage, and you're going to take half of that. So slash roll 4d10. I'm doing this in roll 20 so you can see it. That's 19, so you'll take 9. Yeah, okay.
All right.
And I'm going to just use, because there was 2 Sheerans, right? I'm just going to duplicate the Sheeran stats. We'll use Tarek again. This one was the magic user, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And I don't think this guy can do anything, so he basically just charged up to get in range to you. And that's going to end his turn. We're back to Shere Ket.
All right.
You guys outside the hangar can start to see the indecision making its approach. It is still a little ways off. It's basically made level to the tower and the hangar, and is making its approach quickly.
All right. So Shere Ket is going to take going to do a multi-attack. So the first attack is going to be against the orange. The second is actually going to be against the one in the middle that got shot at.
Yes, that's fine.
Which actually is awesome because it's a nat 20. It's actually the immovable rod. That's the second attack. First one he hits is a 16.
And you went to orange, which is 1, 2, 3 in my list, and its KAC is 16.
All right, that hits.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Melee damage for 22.
Okay. Yep. Basically, so you're using your Solarian weapon on that one, right?
Oh, yeah.
You cut deeply into this creature, and some of its insides begin to spill out as it hisses almost pathetically in your direction.
So the other one, the crit. So after I bring down the Solarian weapon, take out the immovable rod from behind, just jam it right in the middle guy, and activate it.
With a crit, I will say that you do manage to insert it into its abdomen. That one only had 18 health as it stands.
Yeah, that's why I decided for that one.
So basically, any more damage I think from you would kill it. So go ahead and describe how this kills it.
So jams the immovable rod right through and says, "This is for the family." Hits the button, just kind of slides it off the immovable rod and has it fall limp.
Probably better if you pull it heads forward and through it.
Oh yeah, that's even better. Yeah, even more intimidating.
Yeah, basically the rod doesn't move, but all of its guts stick
pull
to
it right through.
Yeah.
And look around. Who's next?
Yeah, you manhandle it and throw the corpse next to you. You have killed that one. Cool. That brings me to the top of the order, and red is looking mighty peeved.
Mm-hmm.
Does it have anything else? What is bullet barrage? Do I have that one? Let's see.
Bullet barrage. Is that from? Is that a soldier?
Yeah, bullet barrage. Starfinder. You gain 1 insight bonus for damage rolls. Okay, so that doesn't actually help. It's just basically a damage modifier. And I don't think he has any other actual abilities other than to shoot you. Because he's got fighting style, sniper's aim. Yeah, this is all just to hit. All right, he's just going to take another shot at you. He'll keep moving around you to try and get a better angle. But it's a +11 on this d20. I rolled a 9, so that's 20.
That's a hit.
20 to hit. It's, again, not a weapon that you're overly worried about because it's fire. It's a
Fire.
max damage, so it is 9 on the die. So you take, 6 on the die plus 3. That's 9 points of fire damage.
All right. Down to 37.
And he was moving just to get kind of past you. He's trying to get some range on you. So he like puts a shot into your back as the other ones are distracting you from the front.
Mm-hmm.
The white one is dead, so I'm going to go ahead and close its sheet down.
Chris, 37 stamina or HP?
HP.
Okay.
That was the Urog that you killed. You killed the shrimp-looking thing, and you pulled its corpse over the immovable rod.
Oh, yeah.
Turek is up, and he is the orange one that you also hit and have left very damaged.
Mm-hmm.
When they get attuned, this would be a second round of attunement. What's the bonuses? Is there anything to hit for that?
It's only damage. What is he going fire or positron or negatron or whatever it is?
Heavens to Megatroid.
He would have gone photon, I think.
Photon. All right, that's gonna be added damage.
Okay. Do you know how much?
Just 1.
Okay. So if it comes up, we'll do 1.7. He's hitting you with his tactical great axe again, and again, he's trying to move around you for that flank. So he will get the flank bonus because he does have the movement for that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just move him basically up across from his friend. So that's a +2 to hit with the flank.
Yep.
And that makes this roll, as soon as I find Turek again, it's a +12 to hit. He rolled almost a 1. I swear to God, it was on the 1 and it moved to a 13.
All right.
13 + 12 is going to be
That's a
another
hit.
hit. This is the heavier weapon. This is 1d12 +6. And do you know what the damage is +1? So +7?
Yep.
1d12 +7. I rolled a 6. So it's going to be 13 points of slashing damage back.
All right.
at
So
you.
that is a regular attack. So I do get damage reduction 7. So 13. So that's 6. I'm at 31.
Why won't you die? They always said you were an experiment, but you're an abomination.
I've fought you all before. I know all of your attacks.
Next up is Chiksh, who has that flare rifle, but it's a fire weapon. Does he have anything else that he can do?
10
Well, he does
years
have
too early.
mechanic. Which mechanic do you give him? Probably the Cortex to make it easier.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, Exocortex. There it is.
So you can
what does
target.
overcharge do?
Overcharge deals an additional 1d6 damage.
All right, it's gonna basically overcharge its weapon and take a shot at you. It's a +12 to hit, which is pretty good. It's been doing well. I rolled a 7, so that's 7,
That's a hit.
19.
Yep.
All right, so that's gonna be d10 plus a d6, and then +5 on top of that. I'll just total up. That's fine. So that's 8 on the die plus 6 on the other die. That gets me
14.
up to 14
Yep.
plus another
19
5.
altogether.
19 points of damage, but it is fire.
So 14. All right, that's 31 minus basic bet 27. Nope, 17.
You may have gotten one of our brothers, but there's too many of us for you. Shirket, it'd be easier if you just laid yourself prostrate and begged forgiveness.
Never.
Blue
Prostate?
boy is up.
Prostate.
Yeah, whatever.
Prostrate.
Prostrate. No, I want your prostrate on the ground. This one's got those spells. Does Daze Monster work on you? Daze Monster in Starfinder.
Now I know why Chris is like shooing us forward. Like, hey, come on, we gotta go get to the end of this because we have a whole extra battle after this.
Oh yeah.
You're above the CR for that spell, so it's just going to use
Oh.
Mind Thrust again on you.
All right.
So you need to make another will save.
This plus 6, total of 20.
20 makes the save, so you're going to
Okay.
take. Ooh, it rolled 30 points of damage
15.
on that. You'll take 15.
I am at 2.
And your mind begins to slowly melt away as the
I got bluish purple ichor coming from every orifice. And still, we fight.
and the pink one is last, which I said was just a copy of Turek. It's going to step directly in front of you, basically stepping over some of the like discarded legs of your deceased sibling.
Mhm.
Brandishes its axe, looks at you, picks it up high overhead, and brings it down with a plus. Was there more than one Solarian in the group?
There was one Solarian.
You were the other Solarian. Okay, so this one does not have. Oh no, this one. No, Turek was a Solarian. This one is going to be the. That's fine. I'll use the same stats, but I won't give him the Solarian bonuses. Plus 12 to hit. That's a 22 to hit.
That's a hit.
And what was the damage on this one? That was a 1d12 plus 6. I think I might have you here.
Oh, yeah.
That's a 10 plus 6.
All
16
right.
points
So I
of
have
slashing
2
damage.
hit
You have
points
damage
left.
reduction.
No, I do have 2. So, I mean, it's gonna do me, it's gonna bring me to 0. However, I have a feat called Die Hard. I spend 2 resolve points. Instead, I'm at 1 hit point.
Okay.
And so the axe kind of bites into the shoulder, and Sheerkat looks like it's going down. She grabs it, pulls it out. Is it my turn, by the way?
It will be. I got some fluff for the guys in the hangar, but it
Okay.
is your turn.
Yeah, go for it. Do the fluff first.
Basically, as you're pulling it out of your shoulder in the other room in the hangar, the indecision has finally reached in, and it quickly glides through the hangar door and skids onto the floor in front of you. It was coming in hot. You see lasers hitting the outside of the hangar around it, and it kind of slides sideways, and it gets to you guys, and the hangar, the door into the ship itself begins to open. You're able to enter the indecision.
Trent enters first.
What was that?
Trent enters first.
You guys all sprint in. Dren was technically in the room first, so I'll allow him getting in there first. And just no, Stevenson is in there waving you guys in. Come on, we have to go. You guys say anything to Stevenson?
Yeah, Seeker's like, oh, I'm so happy to see you finally. It's so good to be back. Meanwhile, he's completely invisible. You can't see him. Has not taken off invisibility yet.
Oh god, he's doing the thing again. Hi, Seeker.
Oh, okay. Zoom, and I'm visible again.
Cool.
Sorry about
tat.
that. No, don't. No.
Right.
Well, he's gonna get one too.
I don't make with the pleasantries. I immediately grab, not aggressively, Zero by the shoulder, get in the cockpit. We're not leaving until we know. And I just kind of trail off,
Okay.
hinting that like want to try to stay until Sheerkat makes it back.
We'll come back to you in the
Why
next
didn't we
round.
try to open the door. We had a computer on our side.
What was that?
I'll say Sheerkat overloaded it in such a way that it's
Oh,
damaged.
yeah.
I was mostly trying to get Rye out of the room, so it was more fluff for me.
I inadvertently helped.
Thank you. You guys are basically getting the ship oriented, and we'll go with that. And as you're on the indecision, Sheerkat, you're pulling the axe out of your shoulder.
Yep. So everything starts fading to black. But look over. I see everybody getting into the spaceship.
Because you do have the porthole view. Yep.
Yep. And pull out the axe, and all of a sudden you hear ding. And everything just erupts in flame in a 10-foot radius around me?
I don't remember, but I do think it is 10 foot.
I think it's 10 foot.
It is 10 feet.
All right. And Sheerkat says, not quick enough.
The only other Solarian in the room is the one that gave you more than 10 feet space, by the way.
Yeah, it's gonna hit everyone but the red and yellow guy. So
Okay.
it's 8d8, right? Roll 8d8, or is it 8d6?
I do not know.
I got it.
It's a reflex save, right?
8d6. And it's reflex for half. It's going to be 28 damage to everybody. Reflex, I believe, is like 17.
19 for orange, a nat 20 for the one directly in front of you, and a 4 for the blue one, which is the one that's been mind thrusting you. And so the other two make it. The 4 is definitely not going to do it. I can't imagine he has a lot of health. And blue was in the order was 1, 2, 3, 4 down, so he's here. Oh no, he's actually the healthiest of them all. What's the total damage he takes?
28.
That's still a lot. 43 was his
And
health.
14 to the other two.
He is down to 15. How much?
14.
Orange still burns up. He is completely eviscerated by the flames, blown back, different parts of these limbs flying off. And orange, so we have the race, was the other Sheeran? Oh yeah, I'm sorry. That was a Solarian. He was building up on you. That's right.
Mhm.
He was actually trying to do the same thing to you that you just did to him, but you got there first. You erupted and you blew away this other Sheeran. So there's now basically 2 dead Sheeran around you as well. And the other one, you said, what color was that one?
Purple.
Oh, the pink one is the
Pink.
I actually had given the same. And then how much damage total? Oh,
14.
but half. 14. So it's still alive, but it is looking very, very smoky and charred from your blast, and it's kind of recoiling in fear almost. But they know their duty, they know their diligence to their family, and instead of being perturbed by yet another fallen sibling, they redouble their efforts. And Red, being up first, he attempts to take another shot into your unguarded rear with a plus 11 to a 5. That's a 16 to hit your KAC.
That's a miss.
He does not. I guess he's a little bit more shaken up than it looks. He's okay with his position because he gave you distance. Next up is the one that you just killed, so we're going to pass on him. Yellow is the flare rifle. Goes for another overcharge, and it says, "You abomination," and takes a fire, which is plus 12 to hit on the D20. That's 17.
That's a miss.
God damn it. Christ. And lastly is, that was red, yellow, blue is the mage. And how many does it have that? It has one more mind thrust left, and it focuses in its hands, and it reaches into your mind, and it says, "I know your insides, and I'm going to snuff them out."
I'm taking damage. Oh, I did a nat 1 for a save. However, even as my brain is exploding,
it's another
I am
30 points of
still
damage.
very hard to kill. That's another -2 resolve points to stay in the battle.
There's no limit to the number of times you can use that in a
No,
battle.
I double checked.
Nice. How
As
many
long
resolve
as-
points do you have left?
I have 2. I
Okay.
can only do it one more time.
That was its last mind thrust, so that's unfortunate. Seeing you still standing and it after having your explosion, it does step a little bit closer for cover from you, and it goes into this doorway a bit because it doesn't need to be close to you for its abilities. Now it's the one that's directly in front of you, the one that you basically pulled the axe out of and like threw off. It's just going to try one more time to shove it in, and it's shrieking, "Die, die, die," as its mandibles are chittering. And plus 12. Son of a bitch. I rolled a total of a 14.
All right, miss.
It's up to you. But we're going to pan over to the indecision. You guys are able to orient your ship so that you are facing the hangar doors. Are you guys going to try and destroy them, or what's the deal here?
I'll run diagnostics to see if we could possibly do that without hurting them. I think we should be okay.
I think you can aim it in such a way where you might have access to it.
So I kind of just say that. So if we did want to shoot it, we should be good.
Captain?
We need to
Absolutely.
make our exit sooner rather than later.
That's not your friend down there. And I give the order.
All right. Zero, if you remember how, roll me some ship damage.
Well, what is it? Isn't it just a ranged attack using pilot skill instead
You're
of?
gonna hit it anyways. It's just the weapons for the ship. You can't miss at this range.
I got the macro, so 12.
12 points. Oh, because you're using gunner. Oh, that would have made more sense, I guess, to give it to you, huh? I'll have you guys running the guns, and we'll go for the reunion with Sobernaut. Basically, Ryan, I'm assuming, shove Sobernaut out of the seat.
I don't know if he'd sit in that seat.
Put a towel over it.
Yeah.
I can change the clothes.
Sobernaut pushed off the chair, looks up at Rye and says, "Okay." Makes his way to the back of the engine room, and he mutters, "I miss Miller." You guys do 12 points of damage to the door. That seems low, but as this is a non-spaceship target and the way the size scale is, I think it's supposed to be like times 10 is the damage that confers over. There's a number for that. So I am going to say that you massively dent these hangar doors, and it is one blast away from being totally shattered. The metal begins to cave inwards, and the spell casting bug looks over its shoulders nervously, regretting its choice of hidey hole. Sheerkat, you're up.
Yeah, as we're saying, we have a second weapon.
A second weapon?
Yeah, we have 2 weapons we can fire. They're both turret.
Yeah, we do.
Sure, roll it.
So.
Do you know what the other weapon is? Because I don't think they're the same thing, right?
No, but I imagine Nick has the macro for it, and just somebody else is firing it.
That was the one
Hey,
macro
we do
that
have.
I had.
We
I'll
do
give
have
you the one shot for now.
sheet.
I'll say that some of the guns were damaged with Sobernaut smashing in.
One is the flak range, the other is a long range coil gun.
Yeah,
I
I'll give
only
the
have the one
flak
that's a
cannon makes
4D4.
sense for the current location.
Yeah.
The laser would probably eviscerate or
Probably
wipe
kill
out
all
everything
of
in the
us.
room. So the flak cannon's probably the only safe one to use. Moving on, Sheerkat, you're up.
Sheerkat, very, very bloody. Just kind of goes up for another swing at purple, and gonna toss. So I'm gonna do a multi attack. First one's gonna be at purple. The other one's gonna be at blue.
So they get minuses, right? -4.
Yeah, I've already got
Okay,
counted. It's
perfect.
actually -3 for me.
Okay.
So 19 on both of them.
That one is the Turek knockoff, who has a KAC of 16. And what are you doing with the other attack?
So bringing down my Solarian weapon on the first one, and kind of going through and just throwing it at the other one.
Which other one?
Blue.
Blue is my spellcaster.
Yep.
You cut the other bug in half. You split him in twain.
Mhm.
And for my spellcaster, that will also hit the AAC. So what's the damage on that one?
Oops, not initiative. 26.
Yeah, 26. Yeah, you were definitely killing the other one. 26 kills this one as well. Yeah, you throw your weapon and it embeds right into this one.
Mm-hmm.
It gurgles another epithet at you, but it's not audible over the ichor spitting out of its throat.
So like the axe buries in its throat, and then phases out of existence, and blood just pours out of his neck, and he falls dead.
All right, so for that one, we lose my blue spellcaster. I just got to figure out where that went.
Meanwhile, Sheerkat is basically hunched over, just
Yeah, not doing particularly well. Where is? All right, let's do that. And all right, next up is Red Boy, who is just, again, it's the ant person, is just going to keep taking shots at you. He's going to do, you can make full round attack with range weapons. Is that
Yep.
right?
That's correct.
He's going to do 2 shots, screaming as he fires both into your back. I think it's a sub 4 from them both, unless
Yep.
Sharpshooter wouldn't do that. So it's going to be 1d20 plus 7. 1d20 plus 7 for both. So the first one is 18.
That's exactly a hit.
And the second one is even better. It's a 19. I don't think it's crit threat, though. But both are going to hit.
But both are going to hit, and that will do it. Describe your kill.
So it's basically
But
got.
no, I think he actually has to roll his damage, because if he rolls low enough, the fire damage wouldn't kill you.
Oh, true. I mean, he only has to deal 1 damage on
It
each.
has a plus. What was the plus to it? It has +3.
Okay.
What's your
My DR is 5.
All right. Yeah, I have to roll. So it is a D6. I'll roll it in
All right, first one.
roll 1D6. First one. 5. So
All
that
right,
one.
so the first one. All right, first one. The shot goes.
So burning pellets shoot out of this gun and strike you in the back one more time, ripping open your shoulder where that first shot had taken.
Sheerkat takes another step forward. As
That
the
didn't
second
have the
one.
+3 in it though.
What was that?
You didn't add the +3.
Well, I
Oh,
don't
that's
need to.
fine.
I just need to
Yeah.
break his DR because he's at 1 HP, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So every time you do that, he gets back up to 1 HP. So that definitely breaks through his DR and hits him. And then you spend the resolve points. You step up one more time. You turn to face your aggressor. That's 6 total damage, fire
That's
damage.
exactly 1 damage.
Oh
It
man.
takes a step closer. It pulls up the gun to Sheerket's face and pulls the trigger, wiping Sheerket's tattoo and face region off of its body, which will be the image that the Pact Breakers witness as they finally blast through the doors. Is Sheerket being point blank eviscerated by a shotgun? Eviscerated,
Family friendly.
obliterated by a shotgun.
Destroy that.
As you guys fire into the room, the 2 remaining insect soldiers dive for the edges of the room. You don't really have an ability to fire into the room without actually destroying the entire tower itself, which I'm not
We
sure you
do
guys
that.
have time for. You do, however, the row of corpses in front of you guys is wiped out entirely, which is important because Sheerket's body can't be used for anything. And that creeping goop that was slowly moving towards the other corpses, almost secretly, is finally and irreversibly burned up. The only trace being the tattoo Seeker now wears on his neck.
So now we just have to do that to Seeker?
No.
Seeker, you should head out there and pick up that thing we left on the ground.
I'll stay in here, thank you.
As you guys are kind of left with the image of Sheerket still fading in your mind, you have over the comm Laris, captain of the mothership, coming over the video comm. He is a gnome who is hairless, completely hairless. He comes on and he says, I believe it's time to be off. We can't hold off anymore against the Eoxian fleet. We're able to pick up your cargo. This would be the Seeker. It's nice to see you, Mr. Android. I think this means it was a success.
If you can call it that.
Let's get out of here. We just got a note that the local BSU defense forces are about to enter system.
Understood. Let's head out, everybody.
All right. Mothership out.
I just tap 0 on the shoulder and walk away from the captain's chair.
Not stop sneakily
Not
comes
mean
back.
that Dren gets to sit in it.
So I make a note of not stop and be like, you, as a ship goblin, you were the captain of this ship.
I guess.
Does he have a hat?
Do you have a hat?
And no, he's wearing an apron.
Darn it.
The apron does have a badge on it, but that's about it.
Close enough.
Yeah. The badge is a miniaturized version of his face, though, which is like a droopy, sad goblin face.
Boo.
Boo. All right. So as you guys pull away from Saltazar's tower, just so you guys are left where you're at, you are a party member down. Sheerket left in the smoking remains of Saltazar's tower. Saltazar, your tormentor for the past in game time months,
In
is
real time
out and
months.
about, has escaped. He dimension doored off into space and apparently called for a ride.
We do
We
have
do
his
still have
phylactery.
his phylactery.
You do have his phylactery, which we can definitely bring into season 3. As you guys are pulling away, you do get basically an email from an undisclosed source, and it says, if you want the leader of the Bone Fleet, the current leader of the Eoxians in this unholy triumvirate, it's no longer worth the viewership to me to see them in charge. Let's be in touch.
Wait, who did you say said that? I'm sorry.
Undisclosed, but by the nods at viewership, you can assume it's Saltazar. And he's ready to sell out the Eoxian leadership.
And where did this come through? I'm sorry.
Ship's email. Just a text message to your ship's server. Any way to contact you guys anonymously is what he's going for.
Gotcha.
And if Seeker does any sort of hacking, can totally uncover who it was. It was totally a Saltazar shell account.
Should I delete this? Nah.
No.
You guys basically have like a whole flood of messages in your inbox. Some of them from Miller. One is a picture of Brawl and his sister at a beach-like area doing effectively nothing. And I don't actually remember. Were you guys together? Was Brawl with his sister, or did his
Brawl
sister
and
run
his
off?
sister, were they together?
Yeah.
Gross.
Okay, they stayed together. And just some other messages of things that you guys have missed in the past couple of months. But effectively, you are asked to rendezvous with the mothership and its pirate crew back in the Diaspora. Before we fade out for the end of this season, do you guys have anything else that you want to say or accomplish?
Sad robot noises.
What?
Beep,
Said
boop,
sad robot noises.
beep, boop, boop, beep, boop.
Everybody's sitting in, silence because they just lost.
I think that would be the appropriate way to go out.
Okay.
I will, just to add on to it,
Ruin it.
I will put a hand on Rai's shoulder because it looks like he's taking it exceptionally more worse than everybody else is.
All right, so the image that we'll pan out on as the camera zooms out is Dren putting a hand on Rai's shoulder, Seeker looking morosely over the science officer station, listlessly touching the blurple button, Zero stoically flying the ship to the rendezvous point, and the ghost of Shirket somewhere fading in the distance.
Are you sure somebody doesn't have a gun pointed at the back of Dren's head?
I don't think in this instance that would be your priority.
It isn't.
I
just thought, where did that counter end up?
Counter?
Do we kill Dren counter?
Oh, we never actually kept that going. That would have been funny to see where it was at. But I think he probably did enough in the positive that the counter itself wouldn't have been the issue. That being said, for your crew, Stevenson has gone to lay down. This has been too much for him. Rex is manning the gunnery stations as best he can. And Sabernot, the renamed Not Sob, has returned to the engineering room where he tucks on a crown made of basically paper. It's like a Burger King crown. He wears it for like all of 2 seconds, takes it back off, puts it back in his pile of junk, and he lays down in his cot and just kind of drifts off to restful, peaceful sleep. And that's where we will leave you guys for season 2 of Starfinder. Our Mostly Harmful is the name of our Starfinder show. And with next season, just so you guys have a brief spoiler of the focus, it is basically the triumvirate must die. I'll be putting the party through a series of missions that basically lead them to either eliminating the tormentors that have been tormenting them this entire 2 years effectively of their lives, or dying gloriously in the process because the things they have to overcome are quite stacked against them. Bonus, we will actually have mech combat coming into play for season 3 as a big component. We will not have Blitzer Ball coming back for any future. And I think for next season, our goal is going to be a little bit more action oriented. That's going to be the goal. So things will be quick and there'll be a lot more do or die situations. And obviously there'll be time for the role playing and the character building, but the story of the Border Space Union in one way or the other is going to be resolved next season.
Hooray.
All right. Thank you guys for watching so much. Hang out for the after party.
For
It'll be a
listening.
little bit shorter tonight, but we will still do an after party for as much as we can. And we'll be here next week streaming. It just won't be a main season episode. It will be the first episode of the Power Scouts, set in universe, but slightly farther distant than with the Pact Breakers. Until next Tuesday, just remember, never split the party.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure,
Michael.
Kat.
Yeah,
Oh.
sure. Kate, you did a terrible job.
Yeah, I guess we had
Wow.
two, huh?